Good morning, Miss Black. I'm here with Miss Black. You want to say your name?
Well, good morning, Mr. Harrison. You had already said my name. Miss Black. I'm Charlotte.
Charlotte, okay. Okay, Miss Charlotte. For those of you who don't know, Miss Charlotte Black is the mother of
Letitia.
Letitia. Letitia.
Francis. AKA.
Okay. The famous Mackerel lady of the moment right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of what's going on social media in terms of the response to Mackerel, to Letitia, your daughter?
Yes, pretty much. I'm pretty much aware.
Okay. And are you aware of the response to you in terms of her newfound stardom and her claim to fame?
I am aware of everything that is happening around me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and you have a response to that basically?
And why do you ask if I'm aware?
Because there's a certain opinion that brings into question your mother, your parenting skills.
Mm-hmm.
And we think it's kind of unfair without at least hearing your version.
Yes.
In defense of how you may have raised her, or is raising her. She's still basically
how I may have raised her.
Right.
Because now she's now out there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, you have put it appropriately the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your take on that? In terms
Well, it is really painting, or she had painted a bad light on me.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of when she puts herself out there and to say that she was abandoned by at the age 12, and I was taken aback. Believe it or not, I was taken aback. Although I know the girl she is, based on when she started getting into things that adults should be in and not a child.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, Letitia was born with an eye condition called cataract. I got that done when she was a baby, operated on her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
We realized as a family that she could not see well. So I opted to go to the school for the blind with her because that's my school also. I am also visually impaired.
Mm-hmm.
Her father is also visually impaired. So we've gone through the school for the blind.
Mm-hmm.
She was boarded into the school
Mm-hmm.
because as a mother and as a single mom too, I have to go there to seek work.
Mm-hmm.
Her father died. I must go back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We were married, but in the home, in the matrimonial home, things wasn't going right. He was a kind of, well, not a kind of, he was an abusive person. So I had to run out of that with her when she was 3.
Did she witness the abuse?
No, she would not know it. She was 3.
Oh, okay.
But by she going to him and coming back to me, she learned as she grew. Because while I was still not telling her the whole story about her father, it's just that we're not living together, she would learn it from him, you know. But it was not bothering to anybody, to her or me.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was living real good in that I made her so. You know, having sent her to the school for the blind and visited her every time when she came home for holidays and all of that.
Okay, 1 second, Miss Black. So basically, we're going down another video right now, but we just want to capture the background story in terms of how she grew up.
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to stop it now and do another one. Alright, so we're back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you want to move into that was basically how she grew up, you know.
Yeah, so she had grown up with me and her brother, because I have two of them. But when I got married to her father, her brother was 3. And 5 years after that, she was born. Yes. So practically, she was a child who is what we call marital status picnic. Yes.
So technically, it was kind of rough. She wasn't brought up in like a broken home, because there are persons who are saying that's why she's behaving like
It
that.
wasn't a broken home in the sense that she did not know when I left her father's house. But she realized, as she grew. But my home in particular, my single home, was not broken, because I made sure that she was attending school. Because as I said, she was living in the school. Except for weekends, she would come home on weekends, and she would come home on holidays. And when she don't come home on weekends, I would go up there with my friends.
Oh, so she was bored. So where did the breakdown happen? Because that was when everything was okay. What happened next?
So in 2011, I was in an accident. I was hit down by a car. So while I was there recuperating and all of that, I got a scholarship to go to Buffalo on my bed. And there I went and studied customer service in the hospitality service. And while I was there, I asked her father, while I was getting ready to go, I made arrangement with her father to give an eye on her, because I would not be here for the summer. So from July, I'd have gone. I would not come back until September. But when I came back and was getting her ready to go back to school, the school informed me that she's no longer boarded in there. So I questioned it, and they said, it's her father. Okay. I felt it bad, so I felt bad about it. I felt bad about it, because the fact that I have to go out there and look for food and look for clothes and money for her, I didn't want her to be a day student, we terms it as. I didn't want her to live out of the school. So they said it's her father.
So was she under his supervision when she was taken out of the school? Where was she living?
She was living with me, because now I'm back from America.
Okay.
Because I came back in time for school and was informed that she should not live at the school again because her father made a decision.
Oh.
Anyway, she started going from me to school. She started making friends with people, other students on buses. Because now she's public, she's on the buses. She learned how now to, do everything that she didn't do in the school.
You mean she started running the wrong crowd, basically?
So she started finding herself in the wrong company, learning even to curse bad words, yeah? Because at the school you can whisper it, but it's not mandatory to do such.
Is this her dad coming? There's a gentleman coming through the gate.
No.
Okay. Continue.
Her father doesn't live nowhere near here.
Okay.
Yes. So, because we have broken up from she was 3, so she's 19 this year. So,
Okay. Yeah. So basically you're saying because of she's now out in the.
Yeah. So she's out now publicly. She learned to take the buses. She learned to, affiliated with the other different schools, where she learned to fight. And because on occasions, persons would call me, the school would call me to tell me that they heard she had a fight. I remember one occasion she was fighting with some other schools, and they would call me. So I said to her father, no, this is what you have caused. We're going to blame somebody. I said, this is what you have caused. You let her not go back to school.
Okay. On your next one. Worse after that.
So that time well, her first run, that was that time. As I told you about the phone convo, and she ran away. I remember the morning we were going to school because I was now going to school and she was going. And on the way, I said to her later, because I took her. But what happened when we took the disabled bus, the bus for persons with disability, to halfway through, I would have to go my way and she go. The bus should take her to the school. She got off based on what people tell me. But I remember me saying to her later, and she said, if I don't get back my phone, I'm not come back.
You took away her phone from her?
I took away the phone.
As punishment?
Yes.
Okay.
So I know as children, and when you're disgruntled, you can say anything. I did not take her word for it. But she didn't come back that night.
What did you do when she was running away?
Well, I sat there and was waiting because there was hardly anything I could do being blind in the night. Because remember, no, I am blind.
Okay, Miss Black. I think we should pick up at the point where everybody wants to know. That was during the time when she was running away and going to Spanish Town.
Yeah.
Was that the time she got pregnant?
Well, not that time yet. Not the first, because we got her back like a day after. And I remember saying to her father that if this doesn't stop, I am going to put her in a home, because I didn't say we, I said I, because she was living basically with me. She was living with me, so I didn't say we, I said I. And her father said, no, you're not going to put my girl, Mackerel, in a home. So I said, well, if I'm not going to do that, then take her to live with you. And so 2013, when she automatically go over to live with him, so she was still now going to the Salvation School, because she would now be in grade 7 based on her GSAT result. I remember in September, the 4th of September to be exact, her father, I was in halfway tree, because what persons might not know that what I do to make my money or to make a living was that I sing on the buses. I played in the different plazas, used to play in them, because now you're not allowed to play in them. And on the buses you're not even allowed, because it's illegal. But some drivers and some good people out there love my singing, sir. So I would that's what I do, and just make sure that this girl has what she's supposed to have as a mother. I took every responsibility for that. And that morning in question, I saw her by a halfway tree. And when I say saw, see, anything is the operative word. She called to me out there and said, Mommy, so I said, you're going to school now? She said, yes. And we talked for a little while, and then she moved on. I gave her some money, but I don't remember how much it was, but some money to maybe she could buy some things for lunch or something. But no, she's by her father, So I said, okay then, I'll talk to you. And in the evening, her father called me up and asked me if she's over by my house. That time it would be about 7, 8 o'clock. I said, no. Why? Because remember, you say you're not put her in no home, so obviously she should come home. He said, well, I don't see her. You know how it go. I started worrying again. I worried to the point that Lord have mercy, I started worrying again.
Okay, so Miss Black, based on where you're going with this, in terms of the circumstances surrounding how she got pregnant.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Right, because the criticism is directed at you.
Yes,
I need to respond to that.
I'm getting there, because I reported it now, even though she was living, but I know her name, I know her age, I know her number. So I reported it to the police, and he reported it to the police as her father. And they were looking for her now. Called RGR, and they were looking for her. But in October, that's when Sosoka called me to say they found her.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't tell me where, but I reached at Sosoka.
Mm-hmm.
I asked her where she was. She said she was in Papine. And she was with this little boy at the school for the blind too.